Hey, good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here. Welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. You know, this is that time of year, the Freedom Weekend, I call it. In the United States, we celebrate our freedom. We celebrate independence. But it also just reminds me of the many, many freedoms that each one of us have, regardless of where we live or regardless of the circumstances that we live in. So grateful for those blessings, especially the blessing to interpret things, to see things that we don't normally see, to feel things that we don't normally feel. And it all begins with a question. If we ask the right questions, if our brain asks the right questions, we will see and hear things that we don't normally see and hear. Several years ago, I sat in the congregation. I was totally impacted by one question. This was a man and his wife who just returned from serving an ecclesiastical mission for 3 years. And one of the things that he said was that every morning when he and his wife got up, when they said their prayers, they said, "Can or help us be the answer to somebody's prayer today." Now, I took that, I changed it slightly to say, "Can I be the answer to somebody's prayer today?" And I'm not sure how many days I've done it. I did it one time, 30 days in a row. I could write a book on that. But what an amazing thing to do to your subconscious brain. By just asking that question, you will see and hear things that you wouldn't have normally seen. Now, I don't know if I've been an answer to anybody's prayer or how many prayers I may have been an answer to, but I do know this: I see and hear things that I normally would not see, that I can appreciate even more. As time went on, one morning I got up and I was coaching at Strategic Coach that day. Now, Strategic Coach is the premier coaching program for entrepreneurs in the world. And I'm an affiliate coach there 3 or 4 times a month. And so I've now been doing it 20 some odd years. So I'm there a lot. And I asked myself the question, can I see somebody today that I wouldn't normally see, that I can appreciate what they do and express gratitude to them? So that morning, sure enough, I'm in the restroom and a man is there. He's taller than I am. He's cleaning the restroom. I said, "Are you responsible for this?" And he kind of like, "Ooh, yes, sir, I am." "How long have you been here?" He says, 6 years. "And you've cleaned these bathrooms?" "Yes, sir." I said, "You could eat off the floor on here, off the counters. You do such a great job. Thank you for that. You don't understand. There's hundreds of entrepreneurs from around the world that come through this restroom every month, every quarter. And they go back to their part of the world. And if they came through and had a bad experience here, it would be a negative influence in other parts of the world. But if they come in here because they have this good experience, they're able to learn more, they're able to share more, you're impacting people around the world. Thank you for that." And he teared up. Now, I went back into the room, and here's 35, 40 entrepreneurs that have been coming for at least 3 or 4 years. I said, "Raise your hand if you can tell me what the custodian of the bathroom looks like." Not a one. Not a one. You see, we move through life, and we have all of these incidences that happen right and left. And we're so concerned about the rain that we can't see the rainbows. We're so concerned about the rain that we're waiting for the rainbows. But if we program our minds, we'll be able to see and hear things that we don't normally see. Now, I shared this story, and even most recently, someone that I admire and respect, a close friend. He's one of the top CEOs in the country for one of the largest distribution companies in the United States. His name is Mark. Highly successful. But he was in the grocery store, and he hates grocery stores according to his words. But he said, "I'm going to make it different. Who would be invisible to me normally if I was here? I'm going to talk to them, and I'm going to tell them thank you, or I'm going to say hi to them. But I'm going to look for the people that are invisible." And sure enough, he talks to the butcher, and he says, "Hi, I'm Mark. How are you? Good to see you. I see you here all the time, but I don't acknowledge you. You do such a great job for us and our family. Thank you so much." They actually shared phone numbers, so the butcher said, "Hey, if I have specials, can I text you them?" He said, "Sure." And so then Mark told him what he was doing that day, and so he had several encounters like this. And as Mark's telling me about this, literally, he gets a text. I'm talking to him, zooming on him, gets a text from this butcher. It's been a week. And the butcher said, "How did you like your meat? How did your wife like it?" And oh, by the way, since you left, for the last 7 days, I've been able to find several people each day that previously were invisible to me. Thanks for sharing that idea with me. Now, how cool is that? And you talk about troubled times, and look, it just takes asking a question. Who can I see that is invisible to me? How can I see them in such a way that I express gratitude? Can I be the answer to somebody's prayer today? Program that subconscious mind to be able to see and hear things that you wouldn't normally see and hear, and spread it, and who knows how far it'll go. That man and his wife who shared that with me in that congregation day have no idea how many lives they've affected. But look at the good that we can do by just asking that question. So thank you to Mark, and thank you to everybody else that's got this idea and has been doing it. It's an amazing way to live your life without expectation. Enjoy the rain. Have a meaningful day. Look for the invisible. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.